Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
There's going to be trouble.
Welcome to Trouble. No, welcome to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
All I can say is they do whatever they want, whenever they want.
Damn right we do. Isn't that right, Andre?
Damn right.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Well,
Right? Damn.
Yes. I am your host.
Significance?
Oh,
None.
no, not really. Lusa Davin, and with me as always is my co-host.
He's not a mutant. He's just sick.
I don't know what.
That's actually a really good quote. That's good. Yeah, I am just sick in the head. Man.
Dory Andre Leach is here.
That's right.
I thought you were going to put a different spin on that, actually, because isn't your middle name Julian? Kind of
Julian
sounds
Leach?
like Dorian. I thought you would go like Andre Dorian Leach or something.
Well, like the first two letters of my name are at the end of Dorian, so I thought that seemed obvious.
That works pretty good.
Dorian Andre.
I'm very lucid this evening.
I also think it's very interesting. Kids are away for the night and you hit the bottle, eh? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Nice. I should have done this.
Drown my sorrows, man. It makes me super sad. So
How long are your kids gone for? How long are the kids gone for?
week on, week off.
That's right. Yes. I'm sorry that you have to go through that, but if anything, it gives you a little more free time. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice not having your kids around. I know you're very close to your kids, so that does suck. But I'm sure you'll find a happy.
Yeah.
balance.
I mean, people were trying to convince me. It was like, oh, you get time to do stuff and blah, 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 blah. And it's true. I do have time to do stuff, but I would still rather be spending that time with my kids.
Oh,
but,
the good dad you are.
Oh, well.
I would join you
Happy
for a
New Year.
scotch, but I forgot to grab one, and I don't want to pause the show to go do that. So
I'll talk to Hanif here via text. Why don't you go grab yourself a scotch?
Hanif, all right, give him a sec.
Hanif, talk to me in the comments. All right, how was everybody's holidays? Did everybody get lots of X-Men action figures, or perhaps like X-Men hero clicks, like this beautiful storm here? I have? Look at that! Oh, you can just hear that music from the Newton brothers. Let them thunder. Oh, Hanif did. Hanif got some new X-Men action figures. You did. That's true. I mean, I could probably fire up some pictures of some of your new action figures. Gamer vs. Silver Samurai. Ooh, so the one from Marvel vs. Capcom. I used to play as him a lot, actually. I liked his big, giant, like, red shuriken thing that he threw with his sword. That was a really good move.
Cool.
Did he have, like, a super speedy sword, like E-Honda kind of move? I think that was a good one, too. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a cool one.
No, it's
Yeah. Did I get anything X-Men? No, just these hero clicks I bought for myself. To me, my X-Men. Yeah. Bought him loose from Facebook Marketplace. Ah, nice find, Hanif. You find a lot of good stuff on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I found NBA Jam for the Wii, which was my favorite Christmas present I bought for myself.
Ooh, that's a lovely Christmas present.
Yeah, it's like old school for most people, but for me, Wii is new, and I love NBA Jam. I didn't even know it existed for the Wii, and it's super fun.
Can you do me a favor, Deb, when you have a second?
Yeah.
I want to send you a Christmas present, but I couldn't because I didn't have your address. Can you email me your address?
I
Or
can
just
do
Facebook it to me?
Yeah, I can do that at some
And
point. Yep.
I'll tell you what it is now or after when we talk about other stuff.
I still have your birthday present right there.
I know. It's so cool. I'll get it. I'm actually going to the city on Thursday and Friday. My wife has a
Oh, good NBA Jam quote there, Hanif. He's on fire.
Oh God, I forgot about that game was. Oh man, that game.
Oh man, the Wii game brought back the same announcer to like redo new stuff, and
Really?
he's so funny in this one. He says such funny stuff in this one. It's so funny. What do you got there?
Glenn Morangi, A Taste Tale of Ice Cream. They did these series called The Tale of Different Things that are supposed to kind of elicit some. What do you got over there? Is that Buskers?
Yeah.
I got a
First
bottle
time
of
I
that.
had it.
I got a bottle of that for Christmas.
Yeah, me too. It's good, isn't it?
I haven't opened it yet, actually. I
It's
got
good.
so much between my birthday and the holiday, like Christmas. I got so much alcohol that like I gotta.
We
like,
could be
try-
sharing a glass of Buskers right now. Sorry, what?
That's true. That's all right, but this stuff's really good.
All right, fair enough.
These like Tale of Whatever's. I got the Tale of Tokyo one, which I finished. So I really like Japanese whiskey. But this one is a Tale of Ice Cream, which is Highland single malt, aged in high vanillin and bourbon cask. So it's kind of got a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's good. I'm trying to clear
Many of you, but
cabinets. I've been grabbing stuff that's like
try to get rid of some stuff. Yeah.
I get rid of it, just enjoy it so I can make room.
Fair enough. Many people may not know this, but the busker. But Halifax is home of a very famous busker festival.
It is. It's in fact called Buskerfest.
It is called that, yeah.
Well, before we get into this, we should talk about the news now, as I'm sure you're very excited about it.
I know.
It's
Like,
released.
should we play it or like just talk about it?
I don't know if we can play.
Everyone's seen it.
Will we get in trouble if we play it?
We might.
Probably.
I think they lost pretty good because I tried to grab an audio clip from the video and that didn't work.
The teaser from the Doomsday that features the X-Men has been released online, so you can see it finally. Although it was so leaked before, we've all kind of seen it.
Yeah, I had seen it, but I didn't want to get my hopes up, so I didn't say nothing about it on the page or to the X-Goons or anything. I'm like, it might be fake. I don't know. It might be. It seemed real.
Looked pretty fucking good to me.
But it was like almost too good to be true with the Cyclops bit at the end. I'm like, this could be fake because that's just too good to be true.
Did you notice in that clip? You can see.
I noticed
Sentinel legs walking behind him.
I noticed.
Sentinel legs, so that's really cool.
Oh, that's a huge Sentinel too. They keep making Sentinels too small in these things. Except that one time in like the Danger Room, they're in the Danger Room and they do like fastball special and stuff. But you don't really see it. You just see its head.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so amazing. So I don't know. Rumor has it Doom goes to their universe, takes over their Sentinels, and like tries to attack the X-Men or whatever. But like, if it's just a big X-Men versus Sentinel war, I'm all for it.
Well, I mean, I think it's gonna be a small part of a bigger whole. Like, obviously, it'll be.
Oh, me too.
There'll probably be some fight between the X-Men and the Avengers too, which I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, like I mean, Cyclops do that crazy blast trying to take down Sentinels. Amazing. Yeah, Cyclops or Professor X and Magneto looking good. They're ready.
I saw somebody comment on this, and it kind of made me laugh. It said, "I can't wait to watch Xavier die for a fourth time." He died in the Multiverse of Madness. He died in Logan, and he died in X-Men 3.
X-Men 3.
Yeah, so just see him die.
That is pretty funny. You know what? There's some comic precedence there.
Yeah. We all got to go sometime.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say in that trailer.
That's true.
We all die. That's all I know for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm super pumped. I'm hoping we'll get. I know we already kind of seen what Beast is going to look like, which is great. And I know we got old Gambit back, so we kind of got to look at his look. And his look doesn't probably have to change very much. But I really like that they had the blue and gold costume, and it's really cool.
This is going to be the Infinity War to the End Game, right? Because this is the Doomsday to the Secret War. So this one's going to be the crazy sad one because the heroes won't win, and it'll set up when they do win.
Well, what I'm very excited about, mostly as a fan of comics in that general era, and my brother actually for Christmas, which was a very sweet gift, gave me. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm going to the city. I gotta bring. He gave me one of these two. He gave me.
Go to the city. I'll get you your birthday present.
Yeah, Thursday. We're staying the night. Thursday. Jen has a thing on Friday that she's going to, so I'm just gonna bomb around and do stuff in the city. Well, she's
all right. Holler at me.
Thursday and Friday. I'll be down at the Weston. So
eggs.
Oh, I love eggs. So. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. So he had given me, I should have grabbed the bag. I should have grabbed the box. Oh, man. Can you wait one more second? Talk to Cindy?
Yeah.
Okay, right back.
Yeah, Hanif's sending me pictures anyway. So hey, everybody, we're gonna look at Hanif's action figures. I think I'm sure that's what's going on. What's going on, Hanif? You sending me pictures? Yep. Oh, that's a cool one. All right. Yeah, he always does cool action shots. I'm telling you, you could have like your own show just doing action shots with your action figures. But yeah, let me just fire one up here. Look at this. Look at that. Is a cool silver samurai. Ah! He got Logan good in that one. Look out. Jeez. Come on, Logan. Fight back. Oh my god. Does he come with that? Did he come with that shuriken, or did you have to get that from that accessories place you go to? This is amazing. Oh, we gotta look at this. Look at this. Look at this shuriken, people. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How do you make them float like
Yeah, she's
Eve?
gonna
I don't
tell them
understand
all.
how you make these things fly in the air. You have magic powers, and Eve might be a wizard. It's okay. We're a mutant. You know, we accept mutants and wizards here.
All right. So when we were kids, my brother and I grew up in a very remote area, which I've talked about before. Not like crazy remote. It wasn't like on an island, but there certainly wasn't, a ready-made comic store full of all the great stuff around the corner. There was a hobby store that sold comics, so you could get some of that. But so we had sort of a stack of comics, which we read a lot because that's all we had. And when you can ever add one to the pile, it always was cool. But Travis, part of my gift was he gave me all those old comics. So he'd found them and he dusted them off. And it was a real nostalgia thing because I read all these, the ones that were open like 100 times. Ones that weren't open like this one, which is still the white bagged Death of Superman, still in the bag, unopened. I don't think it's worth all that much anymore, but there's a time period this was. But
you've probably got an open one already, so why open that?
And I had this as well, the 200.
I never had that issue. Yeah.
Oh, really? Death of Norman Osborn?
Yeah.
Superpowers that went along with those toys back in the day. We get into some of he had the Sabretooth #1.
Oh yeah.
Remember that series?
Yeah, for sure. That was a good series.
There's some X-Men comics in here, which is why I brought them out. But he had some old Ghost Rider ones as well. The issue 60.
Oh, the very old Ghost Rider.
The original Ghost Rider, the blue Ghost Rider. Also, Spirits of Vengeance #1 from the Darkhold.
Oh yes,
story.
I had that one back in the day.
A ton of Robin #2, The Joker's Wild, with these. This isn't a blast with these holofoil cards on the covers.
Oh yeah.
2 and 3. Like you said, it's like Batman goes out of town and Robin has to fight the Joker alone. Drawn by Tom Lyle, who's one of my favorite Spider-Man artists back in the day as well.
Mm-hmm.
Venom Lethal Protector #1.
Oh yes, of course.
Batman 500 when Bruce Wayne returns.
They just re-released that at Free Comic Book Day. Lethal Protector #1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Batman #500 when Bruce Wayne returns to the role after. This is the cool one with the. Oh, actually, no. This is the one where he loses the role, where he gets his back broken and then he becomes Azrael.
Okay, can I go on a tangent for a second?
Sure.
Because since you show me a Batman comic, I just found out that apparently in continuity in DC, Batman is supposed to be like 32.
Yeah.
That upsets me a lot.
Spider-Man's only like 32 or something too.
Yeah, but Batman should be like 20, 25 years older than Spider-Man.
Yeah, he should be like in his 40s at least.
At least. I'm very disappointed. I found this out. I'm like, well, this is just complete bullshit. I already thought he didn't have enough time to learn all the shit he's supposed to know. Now he's just like some punk kid compared to me. Batman is a punk ass kid compared to me.
He would have had.
Does that seem right to you? Well. Does that seem right to you? Calling Spider-Man a punk ass kid just seems right.
Yeah, I agree.
But Batman, come on now. I just found that out. I'm like, this is just no wonder I don't like Batman. This is ridiculous.
Something that's relevant with the new X-Men 97, Fatal Attractions.
Oh man, one of the best X-Men stories ever.
Little holofoil with the Gambit as the card there.
Oh yeah.
Also X Factors, Fatal Attractions, #92.
Oh man, there's 5 or 6 of them total. Get them all. Get them all.
I have a lot of them here. Excalibur, #71, Fatal Attractions.
That was the last one I had to pick up.
You don't have it?
No, I think I do. I think it was just the last one I had to get.
Actually, do I have them all? X-Force.
Yep.
Fatal Attractions.
Then you should have Uncanny and Adjectiveless.
I don't think I have Adjectiveless. That's the one I'm missing.
Uh,
Let me check unless it's in here somewhere else. No, that's adjective list is this one.
the first one, yeah. I think you got them all there. Yeah,
Is there 5 parts?
I think I got the Excalibur one.
Oh, and uncanny, yeah. So uncanny's the last one, yeah.
Hmm.
So we got Iron Man, one of these. Oh, I got some other cool Subterranean Wars, one of these when the annuals are that way. Spawn number 4, the first appearance of Violator. Also a very rare Eastman and Lard comic, or Kevin Eastman comic called No Guts, No Glory. That was like an indie print back when he was doing
Cool art.
Also got the great Eastman shit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think the whole show with this, but there's some cool stuff in here I want to show you. I can skip through some of it. I'll just show you fast. But yeah, this is just like all the stuff that I grew up reading, which is really cool. Justice Inc., when they try to bring that character back. The funny thing is the old comic that he was in is here as well. The guy with like a blue costume. What's that here? He was an old DC character, but anyway, Spider-Man 29.9, a bunch of issues of that. The Web of Spider-Man annual that introduced the Cadre, a series of villains that you have never seen again. Or if you have, they haven't done very much in Spider-Man. But also related to X-Men 97.
Oh, where walks the
Executioner. Yeah, with the Executioner's first appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Unopened with the card inside.
Man, all those X-Men annuals from the 80s and early 90s were really good.
We got the Reign of the Superman.
People sleep on the annuals.
The Reign of the Superman ones with the different covers. Another Robin 2. This one has another one of those fun lenticular. It's almost like a real run through of the old gimmicky covers, like this one with Robin, where you pull this little thing at the bottom, and it looks like they're moving.
Oh my god! Look at
Isn't that crazy? I know it's kind of a wild era.
It's going to be worth money someday.
It was worth $295 Canadian at the time. I doubt it's worth that much now. No, I talked to Cal and Stranger Adventures one time about that, and we laughed about how like Spider-Man 1, the black suited Spider-Man, you know, the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man number 1. What everyone's like, I got Spider-Man number 1. I'm so that word. Then he pulls out like a box of like 1,000 of them, and he's like, these annuals that Spider-Man did with the covers, with the lenticular covers, they did one for each of the 4 Spider-Man titles.
Oh yeah, that one I do have. That's a good one.
The Web, the Name of the Rose storyline.
Oh yeah.
Which is
that Rose stuff was good.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Man, Web was a good title.
They're all those Spider-Man titles at the time are good. X-Force number 9.
Yep, classic.
X-Force number 1. Still in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
The bag is open, but
take that into Cal. He'll pull out a box of that one for you too.
Spider-Man: The Sinister Six Revenge. Sam Keith doing the art for Batman. That's cool. You don't see that super often. Spider-Man 2099 number 1.
That was cool art, actually. That was cool cover.
2099 number 1. There were all the other Reign of Superman titles. I have all of them. When they unveiled all of the new Supermen that were replacing Superman after he died. New Mutants number 76 featuring the Submariner.
Oh wow.
Superboy number 46.
I don't have
Kid Colt, Two Gun Kid. Really? Superman and Amethyst, a reprint of the original Spider-Man. There's that Justice Inc. character, the original version of him when Kirby did it back in the Kirby one.
Oh yeah.
He was like a white kind of like, he kind of like, he's like a crime fighting kind of guy that kind of looks like Tombstone a little bit. The Spider-Man Classics, when they used to put those out that had the different the reprints of the old issues.
Oh
so
yeah, like the X-Men Classics.
My Enemy's Enemy, which was a spin-off, a sequel to the Name of the Rose story, where they brought in the Blood Rose.
Blood Rose, yeah.
The more Name of the Rose comics.
Hobgoblin, all that Hobgoblin.
This is actually the first. This is the episode or the issue where Demogoblin first appeared. Is when Hobgoblin and Demogoblin split. The Triad, which were like a group of villains that were like 3 Japanese guys with swords that got electrified when they joined them.
That you never saw again.
Yes, never saw again. Batman Shadowbox. The Name of the Rose Part 1. Travis had a lot of those ones. I'm reading those a lot. Name of the Rose, the finale in which I believe Richard Fisk becomes the new Wilson Fisk.
It's cool.
He tries to usurp his dad and become the new. He shaves his head and becomes the new. Tries to become the new Wilson Fisk. There's all this mystery about who the Blood Rose is, because the Rose originally was Richard Fisk, but now it wasn't. Battlestar Galactica, All-Star Squadron. Yeah, it was real fun.
Galacticas might come up in the next point later.
Oh yes, the Spider Armor, the end of my enemy's enemy, the Spidey Armor issue, and G.I. Joe, the official G.I. Joe handbook.
Oh,
yeah, it was really cool. It was nice. It was a really thoughtful gift from my brother because these are like a lot of nostalgia, and I read these issues singularly a lot.
Well, should we get into it?
Let's get into it. All right. So
first things first. First things first.
I like it for the second thing to be first.
Nope.
Previously on X-Men Evolution.
Nothing will make sense if we don't do this.
Do you know what the tragic part is, Storm? I lost him before I even found him.
Don't lose hope, Charles. Someday he'll find his way and you'll be there for him. Like you are for all of us.
Don't lose hope.
You know, I think we should add as a game, a fun game at the end of this. Maybe we should put it up to the X-Men universe. We'll put it up to the X-Goons.
Okay.
If they were in the new Marvel universe, we're recasting everything. The X-Men are starting over.
Eventually.
Who
Wolverine.
It doesn't even have to be the X-Men, but let's keep it X-Men related since it is X-Men. But what X-Men characters would I play, and what X-Men character would you play? Who do you think? What roles do you think you and I would embody the best if we were to be cast in a new Marvel X-Men movie?
I'd be Black Tom Cassidy.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that, actually. I think you'd be pretty good.
I like plants.
Yeah, you'd be good at that. Plus, you have kind of a wiriness to you that I think and you're tall. You're actually Davin.
And I'm getting old.
Davin's is surprisingly tall. I always forget when I see him. How tall are you, Davin?
6 feet, but I seem to be taller than you, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm 6'2", so you must be slightly taller than I think we're about the same. It's probably your hair helps.
Right.
The hair helps a little. When you have hair, it adds like an inch, especially if it's long.
Yeah.
It poofs up on top. But anyway, yeah. All right, so yeah, leave it on the X-Goons. You guys let us know in the comments what role, what X-Men character do you think Davin will be best suited to play, and what thing.
I'd cast you as like Avalanche.
Oh, I don't want to be Avalanche. I'm going to be someone with a little more gravitas.
You want to be Sabretooth? Andre Bertooth?
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. I'd have to.
Yeah, I can see you as Sabretooth.
I think I'd be more like the Lee Schreiber version.
We'll throw that out to the X.
I'd rather be more like I don't know who I'd rather play. Somebody. I always thought Terrax would be fun to play.
Terrax the Tamer.
All right, let's get into this episode. So we are on episode. What episode of the show are we on?
Number 5, season 4, episode 5. Uprising.
Uprising. All right, so we get the what happened previously. Then we get
also a Bob Marley album, I think.
That's true.
Pretty sure I have the record of that one.
I think this is a bit of order of my writing here. Let me see this.
Oh, did I not say what we're doing here? We get distracted. We're here to review X-Men Evolution, Season 4, Episode 5, Uprising, story by Greg Johnson, Boyd Kirkland, Craig Kyle, written by Bob Forward, and directed by, he might as well be from Nova Scotia with a name like that, Doug Murphy.
Doug Murphy.
Yeah, Dougie Murphy. Like we both could have grew up with 12 Dougie Murphys.
Weird. I have a write-up about this, and it's kind of out of sync. Like it's not quite in what we're seeing in the order here. Because it starts
just go by the pictures, man. It's going to be that. Well, so there's a more luck and trouble. Spike shows up. Spike's buff now, despite even his
Well, I want to go with this, but it just seems to be a little bit out of order. But anyway, so we see young boy Dorian Leach just watching a news report on the news that mentions another dome has appeared in San. Oh, that's that part. Okay, yeah, we do see it. Sanchi Province, not wanting her son watching the news due to the talk of mutants. The mother walks into the room, switches television off, telling her son that it only upsets him. After she leaves, Dorian switches the screen back on and watches the report. Yeah, that is here. Sorry, I didn't see that when I was flipping. I thought that was part of the previously. It was actually
you were flipping very fast.
I was.
Very fast.
On the report, you see Duncan, who's now a minor.
That guy's such a newscaster. They're like, draw me a newscaster.
Yeah. We see Duncan has returned. He's now a minor in the rest of him. He claims that the mutants are being in society only ruin everyone's lives, and that they have to be stopped before they cause problems, as he learned when he went to high school with some of them. So
yeah, he's a virulent racist now.
He's a great example of that.
He used to date one. He used to date a mutant.
It's a great example of that asshole in high school that you thought might grow up a little bit when he got out of high school and did not. He's right there.
None of them did. None of them did, man.
No, I don't really talk to a lot of them. So
never peak in high school. That's what I always tell young kids.
That is true. Or at least don't act like you are, because it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
But he's making that sweet minor money, with Trump in power. He's bringing back coal. Coal's beautiful, clean coal is coming back. So maybe
they don't need coal anymore. They just took all of Venezuela's oil.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that was the issue. That was what needed to happen.
There was a subtle reference in the notes to this show. If you look to rise up, our American friends, take your country back. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Well.
So down to the cafe, we see. Sorry, I clicked the wrong window. Down to the cafe, you see a young boy place his leftover food in the dumpster, walks away, leaving the coast is clear. Lucid lifts a manhole cover and leaves the sewers to grab the food so he can help feed the other Morlocks.
Lucid, yeah, man. My namesake, he's beautiful.
He looks like Mondo Gecko from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and a little bit like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park.
What is Lucid's abilities?
Lucid's? I'm not sure what Lucid does.
What does Lucid do? What do we Lucid? Yeah.
I think we do see him do something later in this episode, like during the fight.
Let's see here. X-ray vision?
No. Well, there you go.
That makes sense. His name's Lucid. Anywho, so Lucid,
big eyes.
After acquiring the food, Lucid goes to return to the sewers, but is thrown back as a car pulls into view, and 14 years step out to threaten him. As they go to grab Lucid, Evan appears on a rooftop, much like Batman. It even reminds me, is this the scene? I don't want to leave this for too long, but it reminds me very much of the intro to Batman, the animated series, which I think is really funny.
What if they did that on purpose?
Well, if they would have had the lightning crash behind him, which
that might be too on the nose.
I mean, this show is also like 10 years, not 10 years, but close to 8 years maybe after that show ended, or show was on, so it started. I
like this though. Like, I could have had like 3 seasons of Evan as the Morlock vigilante.
Yeah, you could have just had a spin-off show of this.
Way more interesting than his other kind of
it's like when Venom
rebellious kid character.
It's like when Venom became the lethal protector, and was just sort of protecting like homeless people in San Francisco.
Yeah.
What an odd. It was very much like remember the old TV shows where they do the spin-off show where they take a popular character and make him like a private detective in like the other
Joey.
Well, that was much later, but I mean in like David Hasselhoff and Baywatch, where he had like Baywatch Nights where he's like a detective.
Hey, I used to watch Baywatch Nights.
Remember the second season where they started incorporating like supernatural stuff? There's like vampires and shit.
No, I don't know if I watched that season.
Yeah, that's to say, yeah, it was weird. It was wild. It's like it's funny when shows. You do whole podcasts. I'm sure there are on like when shows try to not get canceled, and some of the weird shit they add to it, and it comes later.
Oh yeah, a lot of things end up doing vampires.
Well, I think X-Files had just started around then, and it was popular. So I think they were like, "Oh, people like X-Files. Let's throw supernatural shit in our David Hasselhoff Baywatch spin-off."
You know that soap opera All My Children?
Oh yeah,
it got vampires.
Really?
Yeah.
Susan Lucci became a vampire?
I don't know. Maybe.
I remember.
And then she probably finally won an award.
I remember that show. What was that one? Passions, the one that was really goofy.
Mm-hmm.
That one had magic and witches and shit in it. So, but the original supernatural show was Dark Shadows. So
Damn,
the original show, not the Tim Burton movie. Although the House of Dark Shadows, which was made in the 70s, which kind of like took the whole show and made it into one movie using all the same actors, I think. It was pretty decent. Definitely a fun 70s kind of horror throwback. All right, so then we see as I go to grab Lucy.
Or that new Zazie Beetz one looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're gonna kill you or something. They're out. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of good stuff out there.
Oh, another horror question. I was surprised when Frankenstein didn't make your top 10 movies of the year.
Yeah, I know. What was
it lacking? What did it need to crack the top 10?
I didn't like it more than the other ones in the top 10 list. Although I did like it a lot, and I do really like Guillermo del Toro. It's definitely a 4-star movie to me. And I'm fully aware of this because I'm a defender of his Hellboy movie, even though it strays far from the source material. But the movie version of Frankenstein that he did strays quite a bit from different elements of the book that I really think define the story itself. So as a movie,
was he too smart? Like his Frankenstein is pretty smart.
If you read the book, the creature is a genius. By the end of it, like he's very intelligent. He's read Milton. He quotes Paradise Lost. Like he's a very intelligent character. He's taught to read by that blind guy. And then studies everything, learns everything about the world. And the more he learns, the more isolated he feels because he can't connect with fellow humans because they disregard him based on his appearance when he just longs to be accepted and, by his father and by society. And I feel like those themes get lost a little in the show. I think it's beautiful.
That's why they had you play Frankenstein.
He's not a mutant. He's just sick.
I think it's beautiful to look at, and I do really like it. I do really like it a lot. I just, when I looked at all of the stuff that was on that list and I had to narrow it down to 10, Fantastic Four didn't make it either, and they should have. They would have if I did top 15, they would have.
Fantastic Four was pretty great.
I just like Superman a little more, and I also only had so much room to put everything. So, but yeah,
did Superman go Fantastic Four?
No, we also didn't get Ralph Ineson as a giant plane eating Galactus, but yeah,
pretty great.
So we see Evan show up. He's now Batman for Morlocks. He can now make his spikes burn, which is an interesting addition to his powers.
Yeah, fire spikes.
So he threatens the kids, causing them to back away, throwing spikes, making like bone spears that are lit on one end. Yeah, he's doing some pretty cool stuff here, and the design is kind of cool too. Looks a little medieval, but it's still kind of cool.
Well, like he was initially going to be called Armadillo, and it makes more sense now.
Yeah, but the armadillos aren't very scary.
No, it was a bad name, but like
there's already a Spider-Man villain called Armadillo too.
True. And Kangaroo.
That's right. Evan. So they back away. I'm afraid one of them for a fight takes him down, beats him up, and then tells Lucy to get back down to safety in the sewers. So in the sewers, they hand the leftover food out to the Morlocks. Callisto confronts Evan about his vigilante activities around Bayville. Still angered about how mutants are being treated above ground, Evan points out that the Morlocks' current situation, how they're having to eat wasted food and hide in the sewers, and insists that they should fight off the anti-mutants instead of hiding in the shadows. Of course. So above, Hank works with Charles on a recent appearance of Apocalypse's dome in the province of China, discovers they're all currently enclosed in energy spheres. Don't let anyone get in or attack them. They're pretty much indestructible.
You hear that, America? Don't hide in the shadows. Fight Duncan and those ice bastards.
That's right. Are you familiar with the Jesse Wells? Have we talked about this already?
No.
You know who he is? He's like a young folk singer out of the States. He's very prolific, but he has a song called Join Ice, which I highly suggest you look up. Jesse Wells, I think it's Welles, but it's very, very good. And it's kind of about the type of people that would join that organization. And I would read you the lyrics, but Join Ice lyrics. Oh no, shit! I just typed in Join Ice and just brought me to the Ice website.
Oh no!
I'm joining Ice, boys. Ice. So he's got a very like folky John Priney kind of voice, where it's kind of in his nose. But he says, well, if you're looking for purpose in the current circus, if you're seeking respect and attention, if you're in need of a gig that'll make you feel big, come with me and put some folks in detention. Just last week was kind of tough. I put a kid in cuffs. I zip tied a lady to a van. We can sneak around town, hunting, working folks down. I hear they got a great benefit plan. Joy nice, boy ain't it nice. Joy nice, take my advice. If you're lacking control and authority, come with me and hunt down minorities. Joy nice. Which is pretty. There's more. I like this line. It says, well, I failed the academy. The cops weren't having me. The army didn't sound that fun. So they found me a paramilitary operation that was keen to hand me a gun.
That's the most honest one yet, that line.
I did. I got picked on at school. I never felt that cool. There's a hole in my soul that just rages. All the ladies turned me down, and I felt like a clown. But will you look at me now? I'm putting folks in cages. It's great. It's great songwriting, too.
Yeah.
At ICE, for respect and power. Join ICE. I hear they got great hours. There's a sign-on bonus of $50,000. They're in need of you needing to feel like a man. Join ICE.
You just want to go hang around with your hero, Dean Cain.
Yes. The probably maybe the worst Superman. I mean,
He's the only one I watched.
I mean, he wasn't like. I'll give credit where credit's due. I watched the show as a kid. I liked it. As a kid seeking superhero stuff, it was superhero stuff, and I liked John Shea as Luthor. I thought Terry Hatcher was fine as Lois. I liked the guy that played Jimmy. He was in one of the Dungeons and Dragons movies. It was fun. Harry White was great. But the guy's a dink. He's just trying to stay relevant. That's all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So China is not. China's having no luck. They're attacking it. No issues. Or let's see where we get back to where we at here. Sorry. Oops.
Oh, you're very brave. We all know that.
We all know that. So China
has a special term for that called I don't know.
That was one of my favorite lines.
That was a really good one.
This beast is pretty good. I quite like this beast.
He's a little
if anyone in this show I feel like is a good successor to their TAS version, it might be this beast.
He's a little more sardonic, which I like, and a little less theatric, which I also like. He's kind of like the smartest guy in the room isn't often the happiest, and I kind of feel like that plays through a little bit. So
more of sadness comes through with this guy.
Well, intelligence kind of, the more you think about stuff, the more you overthink about stuff, and then the sadder you can get about it. So,
well, I guess the question is, what are you going to do about it?
So Charles and Hank are just worried about what's going to happen with the mutants after all the backlash, what's going on across the world. So after spending the day in the library, Sam and America walked back to the Institute when Duncan and his gang are confronted after cannonballed into a building, causing a bit of rubble to come off it by accident. After witness incident, Duncan steps forward, and he and his friends claim the two would have to pay for the damage caused and go to harass Amara and Sam, but are forced to stop as Evan appears. As we see, he's doing.
Can we just rewind back to like our X-rated Evolution episode 1 or 2, whatever? I'm pretty sure I never liked the cut of this Duncan's jib. Let me tell you,
he was never designed to be liked. He's a dick from day one.
Never liked the cut of that jib.
I'm more of an aft sail myself, but the average person doesn't know what a jib is, Devin. It's a real shame.
Do you know how many sayings, the colloquial sayings, come from like nautical stuff? Like a lot.
Mm-hmm. I often remind people that the put an albatross around your neck is from the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which is by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, which is a poem, like a long poem that's kind of a short story about a guy that kills an albatross and then curses his crew because they're supposed to hurt seabirds at sea. So, and they all die except for him, and they all become zombies and they start operating the ship. And the line water, well, the line that it gets shortened to, the full phrase is water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. It comes from that. But the guy eventually finds a newfound respect for life, and then the zombies dissipate, and he manages to survive. But I always find it funny when you hear these biblical stories about a whole crew of people, even the Bible, like Job, where like someone's trying to prove a point, to somebody and then punishes everyone around him except for him, and he learns a lesson. He gets to keep living, and then like all the crew died, like hundreds of people died, but this guy learned his lesson about respecting life.
It was all worth it.
Yep. They killed 100 people to teach one guy that respecting life's important. It's actually a good poem. It's like a very literary thing. If you studied it, we had to read it in school, I believe. So, but anyway, not wanting the two hurt, Evan orders them to return to the Institute and goes to fend off the anti-mutants by himself, with the fight causing damage to Duncan's car. Not wanting to confront Evan after seeing what he can do, Duncan orders his friends to retreat. The group leaves. Evan yells at him that Bayville's mutants are not to be targeted. Evan then fires a few more flaming spikes to fully destroy Duncan's car as the former then returns to the sewers. For a guy that lives in the sewers, he often appears on rooftops a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, this is for dramatic effect. So after learning,
he was into that kind of parkour skateboarding.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just riding a skateboard up the wall. After learning of Evan's status as a vigilante and discovering what he has done, Xavier sends out Logan to go confront him. Much to Storm's dismay, as she wants to go to approach him, but she's too close.
Yep. So they say.
In China,
you can't go. I might have something for that.
In China,
I got this next one here.
All right. I'll try to sweet talk the kid into not smacking down creeps and thugs who deserve it. But you'd be lucky if I don't end up joining him myself.
He's right.
He's like the kid's just out there doing what I do every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night. Like,
I would read a Wolverine ongoing or miniseries about him just going after people that threaten mutants.
Oh, there's definitely been Wolverine runs like that.
Anti-racism Wolverine, I'm there.
Yeah, he's usually more like go after like traffickers and like
you think it like it's as dark and gritty and horrible as it is to think about a world where mutants would exist. You think there would definitely be people using them for weapons, or if they had powers that could be used for sex. And I know they've done the comics too. There'd be like brothels and shit. Like,
they did that in the Morrison's run. Yeah,
but I mean,
Stacey X.
Yes, but she had a unique sort of ability.
Sex powers.
She wasn't forced into it. She did it willingly, if I recall correctly, which is fine.
Sure.
No judgment there. But anyway, China can't get into the dome. They're still trying. We see no other option. So Fury sends out an order that Bolivar Trask is to be released, and they want him to build another Sentinel program to help deal with this oncoming threat, which is we can see where this show is heading in towards the finale. Down below, Logan goes to confront Evan, but is almost surrounded by Morlocks who kind of threaten him.
I do like the yellow kind of stripes on Wolverine's outfit.
You know what would be cool if this costume was his costume, but he still had the mask. If it was like the black feathered
X-Force mask,
and the yellow bit on the top would be like the rest. That would be cool. Would that be cool?
If the gold was on the cowl too, that would be awesome.
And if the eyes were red or gold, that would be sweet. Like it would be really cool. Yeah, red would kind of be matched.
Red would work. It would match.
There's a little red in with the badges and the belt buckle.
Yep.
I don't think
we just did it.
I don't think
draw it up, Andre.
With the belt
Dave
buckle.
Dave Color, draw it up.
Also with the design, like with the belt buckle, I wouldn't have this. I just had the belt buckle. It just is too much.
You don't want the patch and the buckle?
They're the same thing right beside each other.
Cyclops would have a patch and a buckle.
So Logan mentions he only came because Evan was no longer Evan's surrounded by Morlocks. Evan said he expected his aunt. Logan says that he came because Evan's no longer.
I got this one.
Yeah, but she'd just want to hug you. Since you're a big boy now, you get me.
You're a big boy now. He is big though. He's like twice the size as he was when I last saw him.
Yeah, he's got some pretty impressive powers.
Yeah.
Evan explains that he became the Morlocks guardian because the group was defenseless and didn't get any comforted liberties like living in a mansion. Seeing why Evan was doing what he was doing, Logan then leaves the sewers. He kind of agrees with him.
He's like, what's wrong with what I'm doing? Well, he's like, nothing. If I was your age, I'd be doing the same thing, but I'm part of the big picture now.
Yeah.
He's like,
I actually really, really like this exchange. And it's like Wolverine facing a younger part of himself. and then recognizing it. I do really like this Wolverine. If anything, that's kind of an improvement.
Yeah, he's growing on me.
If anything, that I would agree. If we're looking at what's been a slight, like a welcome addition to the mythos beyond the original X-Men series, this Wolverine, I'd say, is one of them. So, an effort to get healthier foods rather than let the Morlocks live on leftovers, Evan is trying to prove a point by going to a local supermarket and just buying the food that he wants. However, as he's refused service,
this is a crazy scene too. Like this kind of pulled out a couple of parenting strings.
It reminds me a little bit of like a Dirty Harry movie too, which is kind of interesting. So Evan watches. They refuse to serve him because he's a mutant. As he's about to leave, he doesn't want to cause trouble. He sees a woman become agitated at Dorian. Evan watches as a woman becomes agitated at Dorian and yells at Evan, saying that the envoy should go with his kind. Though Dorian's mother remains adamant that her son is not a mutant, he's just sick, although it's pretty obvious to anybody that sees him, he is a mutant. Customers begin further furious to go to harass the mother and child, but Evan stops them. In good faith, Evan pays for his grocery. He stops. Yeah, look at that kid. That kid's a mutant.
Yeah.
But anyway, while they're all rugging, he almost is crushed by a thing. Evan saves him, makes a hole in the wall for them to escape, and then pays for his groceries. But not for the hole in the wall, which is going to cost a lot more money than those groceries did.
Yeah, well, they deserve that.
You know, it's funny when people bust holes in the wall in cartoons. Well, no, they're always there's no shell of a wooden. You know, they always build the frame. They're always pure concrete. Like every wall is made of pure concrete in movies. There's no frame. There's no.
Well, that's why that spot's the spot that breaks.
Yeah, I guess so.
No support.
No insulation. No, it is cold in New York sometimes.
This is the United States. Probably it's warm.
No, it's New York State. That's where Bayville is, I assume.
Yeah, it's true.
So Hank and Xavier watch more in the news. Just let Hank and Xavier watch what's going on in China. They realize that the backlash they feared is kind of coming, where people are getting worried about anti-mutant methodology.
Yeah, China's about to bomb the dome.
They keep going back to Duncan. He must be a good talking head for their TV show.
He's the handsome young football lad. You know what I mean? He's the all-American boy.
Yeah, Duncan continues talking about his anti-mutant ideology and mentions that the Morlocks live in the sewers. Want to keep the peace. The police attempt to get mobs to evacuate the area after finding people.
Duncan listens to too much Joe Rogan.
More of an Alex Jones kind of guy, I think.
Yeah, probably.
So the people are starting to mob around Xavier's school and other places where mutants are known to congregate. Now, further enraged by mutant kind, Duncan recruits his friends and grabs some gear from their mining facility to go hunt down Morlocks. At home, we see Dorian attempts to talk to his mom about him possibly having mutant heritage, though she ignores the matter and says she doesn't want to talk to her son about mutants due to the incident earlier at the store.
Because she doesn't want him to think he's a mutant still.
Yes. Needing to defend the Morlocks. Evan fights off Duncan. So Evan goes up and fights off Duncan and his crew who have been watching the news. Escapes from Hope after seeing a new helicopter flying above his home. So Dorian, who has been watching the news, escapes from his mom, Hope, after seeing a news helicopter flying above his home. So as the fight ensues, the X-Men arrive and the Morlocks to aid Evan as Jean fights with Duncan, which is a fun throwback to their previous relationship. What kind of mining equipment is this, by the way?
Oh, some sort of pneumatic drill.
Do you wear a backpack with to power it? Like,
oh yeah, definitely. Compressed air.
There's a lady that works at my gym that I always often see vacuuming. She has a backpack when she vacuums, and I always think she looks like a Ghostbuster.
They pretty much just have vacuums, the Ghostbusters.
That's true. So yeah, we get a bit of an interaction between Jean and Duncan, which is interesting and funny. And we see a big fight between the mutants, the Morlocks, and the human racists. I do commend Duncan on purchasing a purple car. Purple is my favorite color.
Mine too.
So seeing the police helicopter above them, the group becomes distracted as Duncan goes to use the opportunity to fire at Jean, though briefly stops as Dorian walks into sight and goes to fire at him instead, who's basically a child.
That looks like a Ghostbuster blast there he had.
Yeah, I know. This is mining equipment. They got futuristic lasers to mine. Yeah, it really does too, which is funny. So he sees the kid come out. He shoots at the kid, who's a toddler. Evan goes to defend him and gets hit and back into a car. because Evan takes the blood, jumps in front of him. As Dorian is getting upset, his mutant power activates and a wave of energy appears, nullifying everything that's range, turning off all the cars, any electronics, and also turning off all the mutants' powers. Now seeing that they're weaponless and can no longer fight the equally defenseless mutants, Duncan and his friends go to leave, but are arrested by the police before they get fired, which is nice. We see Scott's eyes, which is interesting for the first time. And Gene
always loved his eyes.
Gene is like, oh, your eyes. And Wolverine makes it funny when Wolverine makes a fun note about well, here, I'll finish this. So as Dorian's mother appears, Dorian himself claims that his headaches have gone, so you unleash the energy he was holding up. And the fact his name is fucking Dorian Leech. His last name is Leech.
Yeah, I know. That's a bit on the nose.
The mom gets mad at Evan for revealing that her son has mutant powers. Now he has no chance of living a normal life. Evan, knowing the truth, tells her that Dorian can no longer have a normal life, and at that response, Dorian is taken home by his mother. But once Dorian leaves, everyone's powers start to reactivate. I thought it was really funny that Wolverine has a joke here where they're saying, "Oh, our mutant powers are gone. This is like wonderful for a little while." And then Wolverine's like in pain as the holes from his claws aren't closing up, and he's like, "Yeah, it's great."
Yeah.
So that was really funny.
I realize these will be difficult times, but there is a place where you can find help. The Xavier Institute for Gifted Children will welcome Dorian when you feel he's ready.
Stormmaster and have future return.
Yeah,
but he remains adamant that the Morlocks need him more than ever. He returns to the sewer. Storm says she's proud of him because he is he's helping people.
He's a rebel with a cause,
and that's the quote you said about. And that ends with Xavier offering Dorian his place at the Institute when he is ready.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of that. Well, then I guess it's time for us to rate the episode.
How shall we proceed, sir?
By making a call.
Ken? I mean, it feels like a 10. It's a pretty great episode.
Wow, you really love that one, eh?
I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah. I mean, as far as like the fun Wolverine stuff with Evan, the world building, seeing Evan do what he's doing, I think it's a 9 or 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. So I don't give it a lot of 10s. And this is like them finally getting to do some fun stuff with the 3 seasons of not fun stuff they set us up with. So for 2 seasons of not that fun stuff they've given us. So I feel like we're finally closing the chapter on a few things and opening up on a few others. So plus, like, setting up that the government is now letting Trask out to help them and all that stuff. It's good world building. I like it. It's as Hanif's favorite show, X-Men show of all time. I think it's starting to pay off. So.
Well, this is probably his favorite episode of his favorite show of all time. We'll have to ask him.
It's a good choice.
Yep. I wasn't gonna go that high. It's good, but as we talked about it, I got to see more depth in it.
I could be argued down to 9, but I think it's a 10.
I'll give it a 9. But it was pretty great. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean, I don't know. As far as like the smaller stake story, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. And it was just a better spot for Evan to be. It's a way better.
I very much like him in this role.
Character. Yeah. All right. Well.
There's no point.
Right. I keep forgetting there's no point.
There's no point.
No.
Oh, you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go for it.
All right. This is the final episode to feature the Morlocks. The last we see of the Morlocks, and also the last episode we see of Duncan, meaning that Duncan's story in this show ends with him going to jail for being a mutant hating piece of shit. So it's a nice cap off of Duncan's story. I feel like this is a nice way to see. I feel like we had a full circle of this character arc from him being a teenager. It's kind of an asshole bully to growing into a narrow-minded adult to graduate school and blaming all his problems on the mutants, and then going to jail for trying to hurt those mutants. So,
how do you do an epic like 2-3 part ending of this series without Duncan? I think this is.
I feel like there are other stories. I
don't know. He's the real threat. No one cares about Apocalypse.
It'd be awesome if wouldn't it be great if they and maybe this is me wanting to
Apocalypse was Duncan all along.
Yeah, like what if Apocalypse needed a human body to merge with, and he merged with Duncan, and then Duncan and Apocalypse are one
I'm
big
telling you, I don't believe you. Duncan's not going anywhere. We have some Duncan left to see. All right, well, I'm going to talk about Leech a little bit. So in this, they do mention that. Actually, I might be confusing myself with my comic pick. But anyway, so Leech. No, they do show that he has some range in this. Actually, like he doesn't have to touch you to take your powers. In the comic books, he has a range of about 50 feet.
This is probably like the third
to take your powers.
So we have the comic version of Leech,
the
X-Men Last Stand version of Leech, the X-Men animated version of Leech is used in 97 too. This version of Leech.
Yep.
So this is like what the fourth version we've seen. At the time, this would have been the third version we've seen. Because the movie version didn't come out yet, but
hadn't it?
No, this would be 2000. X-Men 3 didn't come out till X-Men 1 came out in 2001, right? X-Men 2 would have came out in 2003. So X-Men 3 would, I think it was like 2005, 2006.
It's about where we're at here.
Well, maybe, but it would have been close. It would have probably been too tight to have one influence the other. We never know.
But yeah, 50 feet. Stay away if you're Wolverine.
Okay, my second point is Hank understands Mandarin. You can see him listening to the Chinese feed, and he understands it. So it's a fun little nod to how intelligent this guy is. He speaks multiple languages, really understands.
Oh, look, Hanif confirms this is one of his favorite episodes of his favorite show of all time.
We know you like an open book, Hanif.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Hanif.
Yep. Here you go, buddy. To you and your lovely toys. All right, so my next one. I'll talk about Leech a little more. Dorian. That's just this show thing. In the comic books, he has no name. He's just Leech.
Really?
So this Dorian and Leech being his last name thing, that's just something they just came up with this. I mean, I could talk about Leech a little more because I do have a lot of X points here, but
throw out there if you want.
Yeah, keep going. Back to you.
Let's see where my third point. This episode, we do see several Morlocks, none of which speak. We see Caliban, Cybele, Facade, and Torpid all appear but do not speak. So it's fun that then we see several Morlocks getting in on the action, but just not talking.
Nah, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to give this one a 10. Yeah.
So you get all the Morlocks in there too?
It had a lot of weight. I don't know. I feel like this was a good one.
It could be an allegory for how we treat the homeless too, right? Like it's not. So it's not just mutants.
All right. Well, my next X point. So Leech, if you didn't notice, was wearing a T-shirt with a big A on it. Now, to me, that's just a nod to his buddy Artie in the comics.
Artie.
It's always Leech and Artie in the comics. They hang out all the time. They hang out together with X Factor. They hang out together with the Morlocks. They hang out together at the Future Foundation with the Fantastic Four. They're buddies. So, yeah, that's what that A meant to me. That's Artie.
Yeah, I'm on my fourth one, right?
Yeah.
We see when the cops are like trying to disperse crowds that are gathering around places mutants gather. They go to the Brotherhood boarding house, and so we don't see any of the Brotherhood, but we see the public at large must know that house, I guess, based on the antics of them trying to be heroes, know that that's where they live. So the cops, the Brotherhood, house is also being picketed by anti-mutant rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
I almost said Roderick.
All right. Well, my next exploit is a bit of a Grant Morrison nod for you. So I feel like had this show got a 5th season, everything that's going on with Evan kind of set up a secondary mutation kind of thing that they could have explored in a season 5.
We could have a cat beast.
Yeah, he could have got a cat beast. That would have been awful.
Hey, we get diamond encrusted like we know.
In Diamond, see exactly right. Like I like that secondary mutation though. I mean, it's kind of silly because it's.
I thought Cat Beast was kind of cool. I liked the original Beast, but like whatever.
I just didn't understand how it was a secondary mutation and it made him more useless.
He probably ran faster. He's cat now. Cats run faster than apes.
Yeah, they do because they
like
run on all fours.
Yeah,
but like,
which you saw him do that in the comic, which is cool.
Yeah.
It also seems strange that if you're gonna like if your mutation is an ape, essentially, that like you would evolve into a cat.
Yeah, not my favorite part of that run. Anyway, my last X point.
Well, I think I started.
Oh, you got to do yours.
Yeah. So we do hear from Callisto a little bit in the show. I just wanted to point out that she's played by Saffron Henderson, who is a Canadian voice actress, singer, often works with Ocean Productions, does a lot of anime dubs. She's most known for her role as Kid Goku and Kid Gohan in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, respectively. She also does the voice of Death in Death Note of Yagami, Sachiko Yugami, and she is Noin in Gundam Wing. She's the daughter of Bill Henderson, the lead guitarist and singer of the rock band Chilliwack, which is a big Canadian.
Oh, is that right?
She has also appeared in some things which I feel like, as I talk often about obscure horror movies, and this one's not obscure, but she does appear in the movie The Fly 2.
The Fly 2 is obscure.
She played the role Gina Davis played in the original, and she also is in Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan.
That's my favorite one.
In which she plays a rocker who was killed by Jason with her own guitar.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's one of the more noticeable ones. Notable ones in that one too is the black boxing guy that's like trying to box him and he just like punches his head off.
No, he successfully boxes him. He only needed to hit him one more time to knock him off the roof, and decides to give Jason a go.
Bounce in the head, like bounces like down the thing.
It's really that funny. Movie terrified the shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
I was like 6 though when I watched that though. And I thought Jason was at the bottom of every swimming pool. Like
the 7th one was the one I first saw when he fights a girl with psychic powers. It's like Jason versus Carrie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually have 2 more. Well, my first one, I'll just go right quick. There's a difference between Leech's parents in this and in the comic books. In the comic books, his parents just like threw him in a dumpster. Whereas at least in this one, it's sweet because his mother actually cares about him and wants what's best for him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So my last X point is Duncan, voiced by Vincent Gale. Are you familiar with Vincent Gale?
He's in Inuyasha, isn't he? That's the only thing I think I know him from.
Yeah, he was in Battlestar Galactica. He's in
the TV show,
Stargate SG-1. Yeah, everything, man. He's been in everything. Look up Vincent Gale. You'll recognize him from a million things. But yeah, he's the voice of Duncan. He's a Scottish actor, actually. So you put that accent away for Duncan. Would have been funny if Duncan was Scottish, though.
He every time I was actually describing Canadian actors about who was I describing the other day? Oh, Callum Keith Rennie.
Oh, Callum Keith Rennie's man. He's in a lot of things. Even still, he was in Star Trek Discovery in a big role.
Oh, really good. Well, he's on Jessica Jones. He was on Battlestar Galactica. He was in that. The second X-Files movie, I Want to Believe, which I actually think is kind of underrated.
It's his face. He has a sinister face, so he's like good to hire for something where you want to.
And of course, Canadian classic film, which we haven't seen, I highly suggest it. Hardcore Logo, which introduced the world to the Hugh Dillon and his band, the Headstones, which I saw recently play in Halifax.
So. Yeah, did you look up Vincent Gale?
I tried. I don't think I spelled it right. How do you spell it?
Vincent, Gale, actor.
Gale. Okay, I thought I put a Y in there for some reason. He kind of looks like Matthew Lillard. Oh, he's in Prom Night 2. Hello, Mary Lou.
A ton of things.
Well, I know him from Prom Night 2. Hello, Mary Lou. Also, oh wow, he's in a lot of weird movies. Big Eyes,
Yeah.
Tipsy Man. Yeah. MacGyver, 21 Jump Street, 1991, Highlander, the series. All the Canadian TV shows, The Outer Limits.
All the stuff, man.
Da Vinci's Inquest.
Yep.
Cold Squad. Jeremiah, SG1, Monk.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a lot more TV shows than he was movies.
Yeah.
Dead Zone, Buster, Alaska. Oh, yeah, it's Peter Laird. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Painkiller Jane. What about that show? I forgot about that show. Fringe. One of my favorite shows.
Fringe was great.
You want to talk about one of my single favorite episodes of a TV show is from Fringe?
Sure.
What episode do you think it is? How well do you remember Fringe? You probably haven't watched it since it came out.
Individual episodes, it's going to be tough. I just remember I had a fruit cocktail once in Atlantic City.
Those of you for the uninitiated,
mind you, I'm not a fruit cocktail kind of guy.
Fringe starred Anna Torv, who you may know from her work on more recently on.
She's the niece of Rupert Murdoch.
Oh, really? She's Australian. I didn't know that.
Who is he?
She was most notably known for her work on Mindhunter on Netflix, which was a big hit, David Fincher show, and she also worked on Last of Us. She is Joel's partner at the start of the show that gets killed shortly after. But it was her on the show, and the guy that played Denether in the Lord of the Rings film, who what's his name? Oh man, he's so good in that show. Also, Pacey from Dawson's Creek, isn't it?
You mean John Noble?
John Noble, that's his name. Yes, he's great in that show.
John Noble's amazing in that.
Also,
he makes that whole show.
Leonard Nimoy has a recurring role in it as well. But it's a really interesting show about parallel universes, and it's kind of like a more modern take on X-Files, but basically more science based and less supernatural based. But one of my single favorite episodes of that show is called White Orchid, and it stars Peter Weller, who you may know as RoboCop.
Oh yeah,
about a guy that is perfecting or trying to perfect time travel in order to what we believe to go back in time and save his wife who died in a car accident.
Yeah,
and
you remember that episode?
There's a wonderful scene because at that point in season 2, John Noble's character is struggling with telling his son the truth, and the truth being that his son in our universe had died at a young age due to a disease, and he stole the son of his doppelganger from a parallel universe because he had figured out how to cure the disease after his son died, and he knew that after he discovered the idea of a parallel universe, he stole the son of his parallel universe version and took him back.
Who would have died
and cured
in
him
that universe,
and then raised him as his own. And the version of him in the other universe is like him, but a much darker, because he's kind of a bit of a goof. In the other universe, he's a very serious and angry person, and almost a villain. So but he has a moment where he's struggling with trying to tell his son the truth because his son's now an adult, doesn't know any of this. And he has a moment where he talks with this guy who is also trying to do crazy science to save someone that he loved, and he says, "I really wish I had a sign." He said, "I asked when I did this the first time I stole him. He said I asked God for a sign to send me a white orchid, tell me if what I did was right." And when this guy finally figures out spoiler alert the whole episode, but when the guy figures out time travel and goes back to save his wife, he does something quickly. You see him write something, put it in the mail, and send it off. And then he goes, and he just wanted to die with his wife. He didn't actually save her. So he understood the ramifications of changing the timeline. So he gets in the car with her, although that would still change the timeline, and dies with her in the accident. Tells her he loves her one last time, which is very touching too. But you see Walter get the letter, and he gets a letter, and it's a picture of a white orchid. And it's such a sweet, touching. It was such a good episode. I don't know why I still think about it every once in a while. I should go back and rewatch it, but it's such a good episode.
Man, that show had some bangers, though. And
it had like when the Watchers, those characters that were like, I don't know what they call the
Mhm.
Watchers, the Observers or whatever, like
Yeah.
they had a really good
The Men
episode.
in Black.
They had a really good episode where one of I think Peter's character that was Joshua Jackson's character was being infiltrated, I think, or being his mind was being taken over by somebody else or something. But they had a song. They had a really good. They were playing David Bowie's version of "The Man Who Sold the World," which just fits so well. It's so good. Go watch Fringe. It's a great show.
It is a good show. All right. Well, let's move on, shall we?
It's a long episode. But it's good. It's fun. I'm having fun.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while. Missed you, buddy.
Miss you too.
Where are we at here? Oh, where's my? Whoops, that's the wrong one.
Hey, check it.
Hey, check it. It's our comic reminiscences and recommendation segment. My comic recommendation for you all is Uncanny X-Men number 179. I maybe have recommended this one before.
Was Leech marrying Kitty?
No, Caliban trying to marry.
Oh, it's
Kitty.
Caliban. Ah.
Yeah. So I reread this one last night, and it's a really good issue. It has everything that made the Claremont era great, where it always has 3 stories going on at the same time. There's always like the wrap up of the last issue story. There's always the main story, and then there's always the story that sets up the next issue story. And those things always go on in every Claremont issue. So you always get to see a ton of characters in every Claremont issue. So it always just feels so big. But yeah, this one came out in 1983, the year before I was born. So one thing about the Claremont era, though, is I found they play a little fast and loose with how young Kitty is. Like, she's 14 in this. Like, you don't need to have her being married off to some like Morlock when she's 14. Like, they even say that in this issue. Storm, they're like, what is she, 16, 17 or whatever? So it's just like she's not yet 15. Like,
Prime Marion age.
Yeah, well, I guess so. But like, Caliban's actually sweet. He actually loves Kitty.
Aw.
And like, in the end of the issue, like, she agrees to marry him because she said she would. Like, there was an issue, like quite a few issues previous to this, where she was trying to save Colossus. I think it was Colossus, and she told Caliban if he helped her that she would stay with him forever, because she could tell he had a bit of a crush on her already.
Mm-hmm.
And he did help her, and they did save the day or whatever. And then she just took off, of course. So this is like the Morlocks kind of like fulfilling the deal that she made with Caliban, kind of thing.
No, that's cool.
But in the end, he just lets her
hopefully
go.
Caliban has a change of heart.
Yeah, he does. Well, he just eventually tells her, he's just like, in his Caliban way, his kind of simple way, he's just like, I feel like I love you, and that love compels me to let you go, in hopes that you'll come back one day and want to be with me, or that even better, he says, or I work up the courage to one day live again in the light. It's pretty, it's pretty sweet. But there's also another thing in this issue that's very reminiscent to this episode, which I wonder if someone read this episode before they did this issue before they did this episode, because the same thing that happens in this episode where they go down and Leech knocks out all their powers, but Wolverine pops out his claws anyway, and he just sort of groans because it hurts. He's like, like, in this, the same thing happens. Leech knocks out all their powers. Oh, and by the way, this is the first appearance of Leech.
Oh, okay.
Uncanny X-Men number 179. And it's like,
why does he love Kitty if he just met her?
Caliban does.
Oh, Caliban, sorry. Leech.
Yeah, this is the first. No, Leech like helps Kitty. He like picks her up, and he's just kind of like tells her how sad he is, and like he's like, basically,
I'm a sad boy.
Yeah, and she recognizes that in him too. But it's sweet. Leech is always kind of sweet. But in this, it's still at the point in X-Men comics where they were still playing like Wolverine's claws were like just in his gloves or something. Because he says like Leech knocks out all their powers, and he's like, haha, well, these are mechanical, and he pops out his claws anyway, saying that they're mechanical. So, which is interesting. But it's
That's
like the same scene otherwise. So, yeah. Uncanny X-Men 179. Check it out. First appearance of Leech. And the art's fantastic. It's really good John Romita stuff. Like, John Romita wasn't he's great, not my favorite X-Men artist, but in this issue, like, he might have jumped up a space or two in my favorites because, man, there's some great stuff in this. Pop it out here for a second.
Awesome.
What we got here? Where's that first one? A Leech. Like, he just makes Leech look so sad when you first see him. He's just like kind of just pathetic. It's like, I don't know. He's
a sad boy.
He's a sad boy. Yeah. Lost, lonely, scared. Those are the first things he says to Kitty, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's Leech.
No.
Lost, lonely, scared.
Oh.
Mm.
Poor Leech.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, good choice.
Good issue.
Check it out. All right, my turn.
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to suggest a comic when it's just a book. I was given a gift certificate for a bookstore.
You and your fancy book learning, Julian.
And I thought, well, I'm going to use it to buy this thing that I want, and I'm also going to send one to Davin for Christmas because I know he wants it as well. And it is
you didn't
97.
Oh, you! Jeez, that is quite the Christmas present.
It was my mom gave me a gift certificate for Indigo, so I used it to put it towards this.
Oh.
And after looking at it, I thought Davin needs to own this, so I'm going to send it to him for Christmas. So it's coming, buddy. You just give me your address, send it to me on Messenger, and I'll get it delivered.
No, bring it with you, man. It's too heavy. It'll cost you $1 million.
No, I'm going to order it through Amazon. I'm going to order it through Amazon. They deliver it for free to your house.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry about it.
As long as you're not popping it in the mail.
No. So I mean, look at that.
I love pregnant referee Jean so much. I can't express how much I love pregnant referee Jean. Well, I guess it's pregnant referee Maddie. Never mind.
Look at that too. Let's see the scene with the you can see the master mold there, that big one in the desert.
Look at that. Oh man, they make the images so crisp in these.
You see the Morlock, speaking of today's episode.
Oh, there's Leech, Callisto. Less hot than she is in X-Men Evolution, where she like sounds and looks hot. I don't even know why she's in the sewers. She wears an eye patch.
The eye patch is what the And this is the obvious scene, which you didn't admit, but I totally believe that of Rogue and Magneto having sex. Or about to.
What?
They totally did in the show.
What?
They totally did.
She was committed to Gambit in this show.
There's a difference. There's a difference between loving someone and
that was a freaky inferno sex world that you're thinking of. Like
no, it was. I think it's clearly stated in the show, in my mind, that she and Magneto had a relationship because Magneto's.
They did, but not during this. Like the new when he comes back, just in the past. Come on now, I don't think that's stated at all.
She couldn't touch another human being except for him. Of course, she's going to.
But he's
so there's so much cool design stuff. That's what makes it tragic. Like it hurt Gambit because he couldn't be with her, and then he dies before he can. Look at all this stuff. So
look at that stuff. Oh my god, it's such a good book. Amelia is so good.
Oh, Amelia, dude, look at this. I don't want to keep pushing the book up this way because I don't want to damage it, but the fucking the Praetorian Guard.
Oh, look at that War Star.
You got Ronin over there too.
Imperial Guard. Oh man, I love that scene with the Shi'ar. He sits them all down. He's just like, "You're in school now, and I am your teacher." Deathbird's all like, "Your Milky Way ghetto sucks." Oh, Skeleton Gambit. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah,
That'd be a cool Halloween costume. That should be me next Halloween. Skeleton Gambit.
This book is beautiful. If you're a fan of the show, it's for you.
Get it. Amelia Vidal's art is top notch too. Let's just say.
Oh my god! And there's even characters that aren't. Well, I guess they do appear in the show briefly, but.
Oh, we got. Is there like teasers for season 2 in there?
I don't think so, but there's
Cable. Oh, he's in it quite a bit.
But this scene, I'm assuming it's because Morph takes their form, which is why they're animated. But there's Bastion's mom. Yeah. Juggernaut Bastion. We got Dr. Doom there too.
Bastion's mom. Yeah, well, Doom showed up on that screen. Yeah.
Yep. Fully. Cool. Oh man, look at that too.
Oh, good Silver Samurai and Spider-Man. Oh, look at that. Because we do see Spider-Man. That's that's a great book. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna sit right here on the shelf. Gonna be a nice spot right here. I'm gonna have to clear some space.
Yeah, there's a page of all of them in the new costumes here. The Hulk is also shown here.
Morph does turn into the Hulk.
Iron Man. The brief time we see him, he's got that sweet 90s armor from the cartoon from back then. Oh, shit. I got to show you this one.
Daredevil.
Black Panther.
And Okoye. And Black Panther. And Puck. Alpha Flight.
Cloak there too, Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, and Cloak and Dagger. Red. Yeah, Dark Star.
Polaris and Dark Star.
Yep.
That's cool.
Very
man.
Cool. Man, thanks for sending me one of those.
Hey, name this movie.
Whoops. It is time for that segment.
But I like movies.
Which is fine.
Sauron and Mr. Fantastic. Did we see him in that show?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing him
anyway. Oh man, look at that. Flash, Spider-Man, and Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. But they all didn't show up in this show. See, they're spoiling something.
Spider-Man and Flash and Mary Jane did. Peter Parker and Mary Jane did.
Yeah, but Flash wasn't there. And not Peter and Mary Jane. Peter and Mary Jane didn't show up.
Yeah, they did. They're watching Mary Jane and him were watching a TV that was showing something was going on. Spider-Man showed up in the last, but earlier on, when I think it's the second last episode, you saw them looking on TV.
Oh, shit. Oh, there's Apocalypse. It's a cool design. All right, Audiovisual Club with Andre. Tell us about a movie. Tell us about your top 10. Why not? Of the year.
We want to talk about one of those movies? I was going to suggest a couple ones that I picked up recently.
All right.
But I will do that. Skinner, which is a really obscure slasher movie from the 90s starring Ted Raimi, if you're a fan of him. Like Joxer the Mighty on Xena. He's also the brother of Sam Raimi. They also just re-released Dogma on 4K. It's one of probably my favorite Kevin Smith movie. Really fun movie. And also the
Mallrats guy myself.
The series of low budget the rights are suddenly public domain, so let's make horror movies groups that did like the Winnie the Pooh,
Doing Winnie, yeah.
There's two of those. There's I think it's third one in the way. There's Peter Pan.
Who else is coming now? They're predicting
Peter Pan one. There's a few others as well. There's a Grinch one. There's a Bambi one, I think. But anyway, one of the ones that seems more interesting to me that I grabbed today because they had the steelbook for rather cheap was Scream Boat, which is the Steamboat Willie horror movie that they did. So we see him in the back there. But
I thought Disney managed to keep that license somehow.
No. So Steamboat Willie is public domain, but Mickey Mouse is still.
Oh, okay.
Still. All right. So we're looking at Andre's top 10 of the year. I'll bring through them real quickly. I don't know what number one would be. It'd be tough to pick. Let me take a look quickly.
I haven't seen any of them. I saw the ones that on my list. Honorable mentions, just your honorable mentions.
So I picked.
I want to see Sinners, obviously. I think
my top. Yeah, my you would like it very much. It'd be very much.
Buddy Guy's in it.
He is. Actually, when I'm in town on Thursday, I've been thinking about going to Park Lane. Does those repertory screenings of old movies sometimes?
Yeah.
They're showing Labyrinth on Thursday.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, which I might go watch. So Sinners was one of my top 10. The Monkey, the movie by Osgood Perkins, which is excellent. Bring Her Back by the creators of Talk to Me, very good movie. Weapons, which is a very cool movie. Eddington by Ari Aster, which is one of the if you could encapsulate the strangeness of COVID in one movie somehow and make it kind of darkly funny, this movie does it. That's Eddington. Superman, the new Superman film. Begonia, which is the movie by Yorgos Lanthimos, who did Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness recently, but he also did Dogtooth, The Lobster, The Favorite, a lot of really good shows. Excellent movie. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which is a fairly recent one, just came out near the end of the year. Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien are both in it. About a woman that, like an overtaxed mother that's trying to struggle with issues with her kid. I don't know what being a mother would be like. I'm sure as a parent, Devin, you would understand somewhat the anxiety that comes with that and the overwhelming amount of go that's always required.
Well, I have witnessed the birthing process twice. I'm not a mother myself, but I've definitely
but just the idea of being a parent and feeling like you're on your own. You're on your own. You have no relief, which I'm sure you feel like now as you're a single parent. And it does a good job of that. Marty Supreme, the Timothy Chalamet movie that just came out around Christmas time, directed by Josh Safdie at the Safdie brothers.
The memes are ripe
for Marty Supreme.
From Michael B. Jordan looking at Timothée Chalamet winning the award instead of him.
Oh, really? Jordan should have won. Although it is a really good movie. Oddly enough, I was watching the movie because it's got a big cast, but there's quite a few non-actors in it. Penn Jillette's in it briefly, and he's pretty terrifying. He's pretty terrifying for the brief moment he's in it. Fran Drescher's in it. I almost didn't recognize her.
Fran Drescher. I used to watch The Nanny.
Abel Ferreira.
Mr.
Sheffield. Abel Ferreira, the director, is in it, and pretty terrifying. Tyler, the creator, is in it too. But one of the bigger actors that I was quite impressed how good of an actor he was, because when the character showed up, I was like, that looks an awful lot like Kevin O'Leary from Dragon's Den. And my friend said, that is Kevin O'Leary from Dragon's Den. He acts in this, and he's quite good.
He's a horrible human being, but
he's a good actor.
Might be
he's quite good. He plays like a rich old guy that's kind of an asshole. It works.
So they just typecast him.
One Battle After Another, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, was the last one to wrap it up. So to pick which of those 10 I like the most is tough. Although I would have to say, and I'm sure it's probably not the popular of all those 10 movies that I enjoyed the most, but I would say The Monkey. And I know that movie is hit or miss.
Is that the one based on Stephen King?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that one the most.
It is. If you're someone that thinks about death more than you should, it's the right movie for you. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's why it appeals to me. But the whole
you and your dread, Andre.
But there's it's almost like a relief though, because it sort of like hammers home the idea that there's this ridiculously tragic thing that we're all going to suffer and we all have to deal with, either the death of ourselves or a loved one or someone around us, and that we are all going to go through it. It sucks, and there's something kind of funny about it, and they do a really interesting job about showing the ridiculousness, because The Monkey itself is almost a stand-in for how quick, ridiculous, random, chaotic death can be, and it does a really good job of that. So it has a really nice tone and theme about enjoying the time we have while we have it, and it's beautiful. I think it resonates with me more than the average person, maybe, and that's why I love it so much. But I really, really, really loved it. But all of the 10 on the list are fantastic. The ones I didn't make that were my best or my honorable mentions were Fantastic Four, Frankenstein,
Fantastic Four,
Frankenstein, and Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie. If I could go beyond 10, if I went to 15, those would all be there.
Fair enough. Well,
It's really good. If you haven't seen the new Knives Out movie, you should. It's.
I'll say I never thought of death until I became a parent. Like never. Now that I'm a parent, I do, just because I'm like, oh no, I have to not die to keep parenting.
Well, you're going to someday.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed anymore.
At some point, your daughters hopefully will be of an age that they're able to look after themselves and won't need a dad
It's
around.
true, but like now,
I mean,
think
you
about
always need your dad around, but you know the idea that you set them up now early in life to be ready for the day when they're on their own.
I know, but still, Andre. Well, we're gonna play a little game, but first, do I have a music I can play? Do I have a music? What's a music?
For what? You a new segment?
I always pick this one when I need a random music. I pick like. Anyway,
Sure knows how to have a good time.
No, we're gonna play. I have some predictions. We're gonna talk about here for a second. We're gonna talk about predictions because, this ties back to the trailer that we were talking about earlier in the episode. So they keep showing, like, you see pictures of like the different teams that they think are gonna be in this movie, and they show the X-Men, which is like Cyclops, Professor X, Magneto, Beast, like, what else do they show? Sometimes they show Gambit and like Mystique, basically, and Nightcrawler. The weird thing about that is it looks strange because it just looks weird seeing an X-Men team that is like all dudes except for Mystique. Like usually, like there's at least half and half because there's so many awesome female X-Men characters, and like for the one female character to be Mystique is very strange, and it looks weird. It doesn't look like an X-Men team. I'm not so stoked on the lineup, but what I think is happening there is I think they're gonna not announce like a lot of the actors that played in those earlier Fox movies. Like it could even be like they could even go as deep as like Warren Worthington and stuff. Like, so what I think we're gonna see is we're gonna see this badass fight scene where Rebecca Romijn's Mystique turns into like everybody who they haven't announced. So you're not gonna get Storm, but you're gonna get her turning into Storm. So it'll still be Halle Berry, but so I think we're gonna get all these crazy cameos, but it's just gonna be this insane Mystique fighting scene. That's what I think. I feel like they're going to try to redeem Mystique somewhat in this thing. Because why bother? Like putting her on an X-Men
this version of
an eye-rolling thing. Like
this version of the X-Men isn't necessarily be the one we know from the Fox movies. It could just be like the Wolverine from Deadpool.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, they're another version of the X-Men.
Could be.
Probably closer to the comic book version of the X-Men, which I think is where they're headed, which is cool.
I think it could be the version from that Wolverine's reality, because they show the Manson destroyed already. Like it could be from
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they'll meet up with him eventually.
Yeah, I think he'll be in it. I wasn't totally sold on, like, I like Deadpool 3 a lot. I wasn't totally sold on his reasoning for not being, he's just like, I was off being drunk and the X-Men all got killed. But it's like
funny you should say that, because we're gonna play a quick game, and what a segue that was accidentally there. I cannot find my music these days. Give me a second. There it is. Yeah, that's right. Go listen to some Isley Brothers when we're done here. One sentence explanations we're gonna play. So, Andre, in one sentence, explain for me Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a lot of weird shit that happens. Good luck.
I don't know. I think I can sum the theme down to one sentence.
Okay.
Deadpool learns to be a hero to those around him and not seek the acceptance of the greater world.
He's not looking for superficial
Deadpool learns to appreciate the ones around him and not seek outside affection from, not seek to be the hero that he thinks he needs to.
That's pretty good. Doesn't mention Wolverine at all, but not bad. Not
Deadpool teams up with Wolverine and learns that
that was pretty good one sentence explanation.
All right, give me another.
You got one for me?
Oh, you want me to give you one?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm trying to do it. It's not just being an asshole.
Whatever.
All right. Sum up in one sentence why Grant Morrison's run of the X-Men is awesome.
Funny. We were talking. I made you summarize Grant Morrison's X-Men run in the first time we played this game. But why Grant Morrison's run is awesome?
Just sum up Grant Morrison's run in one sentence.
Grant Morrison's run is
not why it's awesome.
Because
you don't say why it's awesome. Just sum it up in one sentence.
But I made you do that the first time we played this game.
But you didn't have to say it was awesome. That's why I'm saying it's not fair to make you have to say it's awesome. You say what you want about it. Do it in one sentence.
No, I'll say why it's awesome because that's different. Because I made you just summarize it in general.
Yeah.
So why it's awesome is because Grant Morrison's X-Men run transcends the squishy face art.
Very nice. Although I do like the art.
And which a lot of people love. I get it. Some people are like, see Quietly, and they're like, oh, it's Quietly, and I got to see it now. And like a lot of artists are like that. A lot of other artists are like,
almost every characters look alike. You know, it's comics. It's like, but it's just his style.
Yeah, his style. Everyone looks the same.
I always thought his Emma Frost looked kind of like a child. I don't know the way it was, but I was still okay with it.
Just because she has really puffy cheeks.
But like her body was kind of like, I don't know, it's just the way it was. Like
he draws weird. It's definitely a style.
Her hips and her thighs are really thick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Frank Whiteley, man.
But that's what I would say. And I would also say, if I was to add a second sentence, it gave us some pretty great moments in X-Men 97.
A lot of cool moments just in X-Men in general. That was a weird time for X-Men comics. Like I remember reading it as a kid. I was working at the store in Antigonish, and so around the same time we had like the Grant Morrison's X-Men, and then there was like Extreme X-Men maybe, which was like had like
Extreme was going. That was
Chamber and Husk and all those guys were in it.
Lifeguard and Elixir was on that team.
She-Hulk slept with Juggernaut. Juggernaut was a good guy in that story, or one of those.
She gets around. She slept with Hercules. She made Daredevil do the Walk of Shame in her TV show.
I don't know. That's nothing wrong with that.
She's a liberated woman.
You tell me you wouldn't take a swing at her if you had the chance?
A She-Hulk?
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I wouldn't survive.
But you could, I think actually in that show, I think both She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters are both prime catches. So
I think so too. One of them,
Tatiana Maslany is a great actress and a great Canadian.
Tatiana Maslany is great. Yeah, man. Check out Orphan Black. Was that with hers?
That was hers. That was the thing that kind of got her noticed.
Yeah.
She is 40 years old and she lives in Virginia.
Oh, that's not a bad one sentence explanation. Deadpool and Wolverine, a farewell to the Fox universe, but it's not though, because Doomsday's going to be that now. Or
it might not be the Fox universe. I think it's going to be like another universe with the same characters.
Yeah.
Tatiana Maslany. And just to bring it back, Tatiana Maslany is in The Monkey.
Is she?
She is.
That makes me want to see it more.
And the kid from Sweet Tooth is also in it.
Too bad she quit Marvel.
Also,
she hates Disney now.
Also, Theo James, the voice of Bastion, is in The Monkey. He's the main character.
He's really good too. I liked him in the what was it, The Gentleman? Or...
Oh, I didn't watch that show, but yes, I've heard good things. My wife watched it.
Oh man, he's very good in that. You would like that show. It's pretty great. I know they made a movie of it like the same friggin' year or something, but like the show is really good. Yeah. Well, and let's get on to our homeworks. I guess we should probably get out of here.
You wanted to see us, Professor?
Yes, I have a very special assignment. It'll be challenging, so I need someone with nerves of steel.
Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
Your homework is to watch X-Men Evolution Season 4, Episode 6, entitled Cajun Spice.
Ah, well, we may have a visitor then. This was supposed to happen in December, but things got crazy. But I think I was trying to do a crossover month with our Swear to Pod brothers over there at the BS Bargain Bin.
Oh, is Sandra joining us?
Yeah, Sandra's going to come on, I think.
I've been listening. I've actually been listening to that show a lot.
Their show's good.
I started listening to it with the first episode and working my way up. So I'm only in like episode 27 or 28 or something. I listen to a lot of them. But
I just been like picking and choosing episodes. I like their Three Ninjas one.
I've been listening from the beginning, so I have a way to go. But this is the episode that basically sets up Rogue and Gambit and gets towards that relationship.
Yeah, because he kidnaps.
Yeah. But, you know, we get some Gambit Rogue stuff, which, you know, is something that people loved about X-Men 97. We're getting a little of that in this one. So
yeah. So interesting to see how they kind of develop their relationship over one episode and kind of one and done it. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. If they do any kind of romantic thing, or if they try to just like have them like make each other realize things about themselves, or like who knows what they're going to do with that. Yeah. Interesting. I'm interested to see it.
Me too. So
spread the word.
All right. Well, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Contact us at xmenreviewshow@gmail.com. You know what? I realized there was a comment from 2022. So you know how I've been saying we haven't really had many reviews.
Mm-hmm.
People review our show. There's more out there than I thought. So there's like some ones on, like, I think there are maybe on the Apple Podcast app or something, but there's some really sweet reviews. People saying that we're funny and that they definitely want to watch all our episodes. And like, yeah, people saying some sweet stuff about us.
Well, thank you, folks.
Yeah, and how like we're knowledgeable about tangential things that kind of relate to what we're talking about, and like, you know, like people's been saying some pretty sweet stuff.
We live in the weeds here at the X-Rated Podcast.
And if you like Google like best X-Men podcasts, we come up in like the first 10 or so. Like we're making a go of it. We're making a go of it, all because of you beautiful X-goons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's some reviews out there. Thanks everyone who reviewed us.
Yes, thank you.
It was in 2022. Let's get some updated ones there. And you can support us on Patreon if you want at patreon.com/X-Men Review Show. Oh, yeah, what reminded me of that is someone was having trouble emailing us because they listened to us, obviously, and they didn't know if there was a dash in our X-Men Review Show @gmail.com. There is not. There's no dash. It's just XMEN Review Show @gmail.com. So there, I answered a query from 4 years ago. You can get our merch at redbubble.com/people/X-Men Review Show/shop and find our audio only version wherever you get your podcasts. And we are, of course, a mutant and proud part of the Swear to Pod podcast network. And well, I don't know where Andre went, but whatever. We can end the show without him, I suppose. And yeah, catch you next time.
What's a mutant?
This program is a proud part of the Swear to Pod Network.